It's a brisk Sunday morning at Davis Mountain State Park in Fort Davis, Texas. It's going to be an interesting week because I have an itinerary. This coming weekend I have plans to be in the Dallas area, so throughout the week I'll be traveling east through the heart of Texas, and I need to find places to camp and places to explore. So last week when I was at Big Bend Ranch, I picked up the State Parks travel guide and the State Parks Pass. So the State Parks Pass gets me into most Texas state parks for free, and it also discounts my camping at the state parks. So as I travel, I'm going to utilize Texas's wonderful state park system to collect experiences and to explore. I found Texas state parks have some really nice amenities, so I'm gonna go take a shower. That shower had the best water pressure I've experienced in months. So awesome. I know lighting in here leaves a little to be desired, but I am breaking camp and putting away the camper. Sleeping bag gets folded in half and put up against this side. Prop rod goes up. And so it doesn't balloon when I put it down, I just open the windows a tad. Ready to close. Before I head out, Davis Mountains has a really beautiful old Adobe Lodge that I want to check out. This is the sitting area in one of the historic rooms. Housekeeping is still making their rounds, so it's really not in a show state, but this place is so cool. Indian Lodge at Davis Mountain State Park. Room prices range from $105 to $170 a night for their historic executive suite. It's Sunday night, and I'm in yet another Texas state park, Monahans Sands, which is about 30 miles west of Odessa, Texas. As you saw, it contains a ton of great sand dunes. It's absolutely beautiful. But I'm going to call it a night. It's been a long day today, and I have some business to attend to in Odessa tomorrow. Taxes. I have to start working on my taxes. Yay! It's Monday morning, April 1st, and I'm not excited about it, but I'm heading into Odessa, Texas to work on taxes like I mentioned last night. I'm gonna sit down in the library and just do TurboTax all day. Hopefully not all day. I need to get coffee first though. I'm not doing this without coffee. All right, here goes nothing. This is part of the adventure, isn't it? Well, it's over and done with, and it wasn't painless as much as TurboTax tries to make it so. It's like going to the dentist when the dentist promises that it's going to be okay, but there's drilling and grinding and grown adults weeping. That's just like what doing your taxes is like. I'm back at Monahans Sands for one more night, and I'm making spaghetti for dinner. I'm not going to put anything weird in it because I'm just tired of that. I know if I make plain spaghetti, then even though it's boring, I can't mess it up. I still really love the Sea to Summit X-Pot, even though I'm not really good at making food. See, what did I tell you? Plain, boring spaghetti. I nailed it. I've got sand all over my face because I took a flying leap off of one of the dunes and I cratered. But it's Monday night. I'm at Monahans Sands. It was a productive day, and I had a nice stay here. The camping area is a little bit, it's a paved area, and you're crammed in with other vehicles, but you're right up against these dunes, which are beautiful and a lot of fun to play in. Tomorrow morning, I am going to head east. I haven't decided where yet, but I know where I have to be at the end of the week, so I'll look at that guidebook again and see what I can come up with. It's Tuesday morning, and I still haven't put much thought into where I'm going next, but I'm definitely heading out. First things first, I'm gonna get up, make breakfast, take a shower. Okay, as far as Texas state parks go, I have Big Spring, Lake Colorado City, Abilene, Possum Kingdom, Lake Mineral Wells. A ranger who I spoke with yesterday mentioned Lake Mineral Wells, so maybe I should check that out. Just passing through Albany, Texas, and that old Sinclair gas station caught my eye. 3 cents per gallon. Can you imagine? I don't think that's been open in a while. In case you ever wondered what the Jeep weighs, there you go. 5,960 pounds. Beautiful free camping area on the shore of the Brazos or Brazos River. I don't know how I pronounce that. But it's east of Possum Kingdom and west by about 30 miles of Mineral Wells State Park in Texas. I still have it in my mind to visit Mineral Wells State Park this week, but I cheaped out this time. I drove 300 miles and I checked freecampsites.net and found this gem. You know, it's a great free camping area, but it's not perfect. I have a feeling that critters are behind all this trash, but I can't turn a blind eye to it, so I'm going to take care of it. So gross. I hope that was chocolate. I did consider camping down here right on the water, but I couldn't put the Jeep right up against the shelter like I can up the hill. Plus, it was a little bit breezy down here at the time. No matter where I'm camped at the end of each day, crawling into bed at night always feels like coming home. I'm gonna enjoy some Netflix and call it a night. You know how my camera has that fuzzy microphone on top? Well, lately, when I've been out with a tripod, I've been circled by a lot of birds of prey and large scavenger birds. I'm waiting for one of these times a bird to swoop down and take my microphone, and or my camera. That'd be hilarious, sort of. I am eastbound toward Mineral Wells State Park. I'm at camp at Mineral Wells, but before I settle in, I've got an awful lot of squeaking coming from what I think is my driver's side front. So I'm gonna put it up and give it a spin. I think it's my U-joint on my front drive shaft going bad. There's just a little bit of slop in it. At 125,000 miles, okay, that was a good run. That's a nice, easy wear and tear item to fix. Grilled cheese gets a little bit dark when I try to take pictures while making lunch. Doesn't matter if my sandwich is on fire. I got a picture of a spigot. It's Thursday morning at Mineral Wells Lake State Park, and what a beautiful morning. Spring is in full bloom, the birds are out. I was walking to the bathroom this morning and deer were strolling across the parking lot. It's amazing. But today I'm going to hang out at the park, do some work on my computer, and some exploring on foot. But first, coffee. It's been a while since I've been to a place that's so green. Although what felt like spring this morning has quickly turned to summer. I think it's over 80 degrees right now. That was not a long hike. I probably went about a mile. Do you remember the Oboz Firebrand 2 hiking shoes that I purchased last year? I think it was last May, so it would have been 11 months ago. Well, they've been holding up a lot better than my previous pair of Oboz. The toe's intact, the stitching is intact. I love the beefy laces, they're waterproof, and they've been comfortable from the get-go. However, the sole has shown rapid deterioration. The edges are coming unglued, so they're not holding together in the bottom. I'm not happy with how these are wearing. You'd think they'd go a little bit further than 11 months. Would I get them again? I'm not sure. I would consider it, but I'd definitely see what else is out there first. Also, another problem that I have is, when I'm around camp, I keep the laces nice and loose. So that way I can just slip them on and off easily when I need to go to the bathroom or I'm climbing in and out of the Jeep. So the fabric on the heel tears very quickly, and some of the foam or cushioning is coming out. So that's really a problem I've been having with every shoe. When I first started traveling in my Jeep a little over 2 years ago, I always used to worry, where was I going to spend the night? And honestly, it's not something that I've stressed out about in quite some time. I put together a list of tools that I use on my iPhone to find places to camp. And I wrote them down. I don't know if it helps, but the first one is Gaia GPS, and then freecampsites.net. There's an app called iOverlander, and another app called Wikicamps. And there are other applications out there, but these are the ones that I use predominantly. First and foremost, I use Gaia GPS, which I use exclusively when I'm exploring. It's the public land layer that's most useful. The red indicates BLM land, and the green indicates national forests, and just by driving around those places and wandering, you can usually find a good place to camp that's often very beautiful too. After that, if I'm not out exploring and I need to find a place that's close to a town or a city, I use freecampsites.net. That is a website, and above all the other options, that's the one that seems to be the most effective, and it has the most consistently good results. Beyond that, I use iOverlander, which is an iOS app, and I believe that was designed with overlanders in mind, but it's been adopted by everyone who lives in a car, van, RV. After iOverlander, I use Wikicamps, which is a paid app that I found on Apple's App Store, and it's okay. Usually everything that's on iOverlander and Wikicamps is also on freecampsites.net. I hope that helped, because between these tools, I never have a problem finding a place to pop the camper. It's Thursday night, and I had a good week. I am looking forward to returning to undeveloped areas, but the Texas State Park system is very beautiful. It's very well kept. Every park is unique, and I had a wonderful experience at every place that I visited. But I'm going to call that a wrap for this week. Very important, though. Next week, I'm not going to publish an episode. So no episode on Friday, April 12th, 2019. I'm going to take the time to tend to business, make some connections, and just generally recharge. So my next episode will be on April 19th, 2019, and I'll catch up with everyone then. Thank you for following along.